Now, Storm Watch 12 weather with meteorologist Oliver Smith.
Well, we had clouds and fog over in Brookings, but now it is absolutely beautiful. Outside, 60 degrees, a little bit of a light southeasterly wind at 5 miles an hour. It's 63 in Gold Beach, upper 70s for the Rogue Valley, and we're looking at low 80s for the Shasta Valley, and generally 70 to 75 degrees as you head east the Cascades, 71 right now in Chemult. So compared to 24 hours ago, everyone's a little bit warmer, anywhere between about 3 to 6 degrees for the most part. So yeah, it is a little bit warmer all throughout our region. Now we do have a very weak cold front offshore. This will move into the area. In fact, it's already starting to provide some clouds just barely up towards Cape Blanco and areas up towards the north. So we could see a little bit of that later on this afternoon along the coast, increasing briefly before kind of fizzling out again once we get towards tomorrow morning. Now our main storm track is just up to our north into Washington State, so most of the activity is staying up there, and there's really nothing out there other than that one front, but there's another big stronger one way offshore on the left hand side of your screen, and that's going to finally change our weather pattern overall. Talk about that though in a little bit, but in terms of the winds today, it'll pick up this afternoon, generally gusts around 25, maybe 30 miles an hour along the Oregon coast, and 20, maybe 25 miles an hour as we head east the Cascades. So a little bit stronger than what we saw yesterday, but nothing really out of the ordinary. And then of course after sunset, things calm down quite a bit. So planning a forecast for today, temperatures are pretty pleasant now, especially if you're in the shade, but we get into the late afternoon, it's going to get pretty hot. In fact, forecast a high of 91 degrees in Medford for later on this afternoon. Now, a system that moves that we were just looking at may provide some clouds over towards, say, the Illinois Valley, maybe at the farthest east, but along the coast, even though it's not showing it, we'll see clouds for tomorrow morning. The rest of the region looking pretty nice overall. Now, that weak system is going to cool us off a little bit, not a whole lot though, just a couple degrees, and that's really all we're going to be looking at. Now we're going to be looking at a pattern change once we get towards the end of the week. This is already Friday early morning. You already see a system offshore, so that's just kind of the beginning of the end of the heat that we're looking at for now. So the forecast temperatures for today, mid-80s east the Cascades, low 90s for the most part, at least for the Shasta, or for the Rogue Valley. For the Shasta Valley, a little bit hotter, 93 for both Wairika and Mount Shasta City, still mid-60s along the Oregon coast. For tonight, temperatures into the upper 40s east the Cascades, 50s west the Cascades, looking at 54 is the forecast low for Medford. For tonight, 53 for Wairika. So the pollen forecast, yeah, unfortunately it's going to stay pretty high for the next several days. If we're lucky, we might get some relief by the time we get towards next weekend. Here's why: because 7-day forecast for the Oregon coast, you can kind of see temperatures going up in the next couple of days, but they come back down with the 60s. And yeah, we actually have a chance of rain for Sunday and into Monday, so that could actually provide some relief for the pollen. Northern California temperatures right around 90 degrees once we get past today, and then cooling off a bit more once we get towards Friday, and then 70s once we get towards the weekend. Overnight lows mostly into the 50s. Klamath Basin, pretty warm for the next couple of days. We start to cool off also on Friday. Overnight lows staying into the 40s, but they drop off into the 30s over the weekend, and maybe some rain by Monday. Cascades, 70s daytime, 40s in the nighttime, and then 30s nighttime over light lows. Once we get towards Friday and the weekend, could be looking at some rain for Sunday and into Monday. And here in the Rogue Valley, it's going to be another hot day today. Just like I said, a little bit cooler for tomorrow and Thursday, but more significant cooling begins on Friday, and then much more comfortable temperatures over the weekend. We may end up seeing some rain, but unfortunately, it could be just in time for Father's Day, so that's not going to carry. You're still going to want to barbecue outside anyway.
Absolutely. So we're really hitting like a peak in our weather early this week, and it's just going to be a downward slant. Yeah,
but this is going to be good news for the fire situation right now, because at the very least, we'll be looking at cooler temperatures, more moisture in the air. That's definitely going to, at the very least, assist.
All right. Well, perfect. Thank you so much, Oliver. Yep. It's been a beautiful week as we switch over to our Health Watch.